Hi everyone, I'm back again. Bit of a shock video this actually. I wasn't planning on doing anything for the open meeting, but someone who subscribed says he's going to give us some videos for the open meeting I'm going tomorrow, etc. So I thought, you know what, why not? So we'll start on the 115, the Class 3 handicap over 3 mile 1. Very interesting race here. What I'm going to do, by the way, is just do my 1, 2, 3. I don't know any prices at the moment. I don't know if the horses are going to run, what the going is, because it's obviously only 20 past 4 on Thursday, but you know, you get the point. We'll start with Fruito Rooney. He's run well at 2 festivals, including in the JLT. Got a lot of weight today, but has had the comeback run and should run a good race. Same can be said about Bally Oliver. Very consistent horse, seems to be a lot stronger this year. Versatile with regards to the ground, which could be important because it could go either way, and the trip should be fine, so he's got a good chance. The nephew's in good form, but improving in this class, improving around here, and does seem to be better going right-handed, so that's the worry I have about him. The main horse I've got my eye on here is Oscar Time. He's been off a long time, 190 odd days I think it is, but he goes best fresh and has won off huge breaks before, so that's of no consequence really. He came 4th in the 2013 Grand National. He's got Sam Cohen on it, who has obviously won over course and distance a Gold Cup on long run, so everything is in place for Oscar Time to do a cracking race. Broadway Buffalo is unproven over the trip, but is a very good consistent horse for David Pipe. Well, an interesting one is Handy Andy. He's had a course and distance win, several good runs here. The worry I have is though he needs good ground. As soon as it goes soft, he just does absolutely nothing. But we don't know where we're up to. But based on the fact I think it might be good to soft, hopefully a lot of the bad weather stays away from Cheltenham. I'm happy to go with a 1, 2, 3 tomorrow of Oscar Time from Bally Oliver and Handy Andy. Fruito Rooney nearly made it. I just think he might have a little bit too much weight. I might be wrong. The next race is the 150 Class 2 over 2 miles. I'm just going to go for the 1, 2, 3 because I can make a case for everyone here. Number 1 horse I'm looking at is Coringa Dancer. Excellent win last time before the break. I've read a stable tour with Harry Fry who said he's strengthened up over the summer and his schooling's been even better. People will notice he got overturned a couple of runs before that at odds on. The horse he got overturned by was a David Pipe horse called Western Warhorse, who went on to win the Arkle, so no disgrace in that. He goes well fresh. Every chance, because they think this horse can go towards the top, and so do I, so he should have a great chance in this. Next Sensation nearly had one of the rides by I think it was, I can't remember if it was Richard Johnson or Tom Scudamore at the festival from the front, and just got caught late on. Terrible comeback run. I don't know if he needed it. I don't know if it was because he went right-handed, but it was awful. If you can put a line through that and the fact he's back over Cheltenham's 2 mile, you can make a case for him. And the other one is Any Turgeon, he's a course and distance winner, multiple good runs over course and distance, always needs his comeback, so that's absolutely fine that he did nothing on the way back, so he could be prepped for today. 1, 2, 3, Coringa Dancer, Any Turge, and Next Sensation. The 225 is the Class 2 2.5 mile novice. The horse that jumps off the page here is Colour Squadron. How this horse is still a novice I don't know. He's been placed at at least one festival I can think of. He got placed in the Paddy Power last year. Most interestingly, he was in towards the head of the betting in the Paddy Power this year and was withdrawn to go for this race. If he can't win this, then they must be scratching their heads thinking he's never going to win a race of at least a Class 2 standard. So no, Colour Squadron I'm quite sweet on tomorrow. Champagne West is an interesting one for David Pipe on his debut over fences, but look at his form, he needs soft and heavy going. Will the rain come? I don't know, so for that reason I'm not going to put him up because I don't know if it's coming. Splash of Ginge has a course and distance win to his name, but was terrible first time out, and all the way through his hurdle career has a habit of just throwing in when you think he'll run well, he won't. So while based on his course and distance run he should go well, there is a risk attached to it. Bullet Street for Evan Williams is good, but a huge step up is needed to go with this style of company. And a very interesting one is the other Pipe horse, Del Arca, though I get the impression, I know he won a Greatwood because he was well handicapped, I get the impression 2.5 mile is the minimum trip he wants now. For a chase debut over his minimum trip, I just worry on his debut it might find him out, it is jumping, but I still think he'll run right there. But I'm going to go for a 1, 2, 3 here of Colour Squadron, Champagne West and Del Arca. The big race of the day is the 2.5 mile Neptune Grade 2. Black Lion, the Twisting Davis horse, runs in the colours of the new one, very similar to what the route he's taken in the new one. The difference is with this horse, I think he's more of a stayer, as the new one is more of a 2 miler. He's improving with every run, he's versatile with regards to ground, and as I said, the way he sees it, it's more the way he sees it out. He wasn't spectacular Perth on his debut, he just saw it out. Next time out, he saw it out in a much stronger race. He's all about that stamina, and I think this 2 mile 5 trip with the hill is ideal for him, and he could take a lot of beating. Manila Present for the Mulholland Yard with Richard Johnson up is interesting. He's done well in both hurdle starts, and he could be anything, but I don't know if he is going to be anything, so that's exactly where we're up to at this moment in time, really. Champagne Presence, it's impossible to weigh up his debut third because none of the other horses run at Aintree, but my worry is the winner was 33 to 1. It was the outsider of the party, and you're starting to ask yourself, you know, whoa, can you put a line through that form? But John Joe O'Neill's gone for Ruby Walsh in AP's absence. It clearly thinks he's come on for it, so that's got to give him a chance. Interesting horse over from Ireland is Fruits of Molly. Brilliant 2 starts ago. You could spot in the winner a mile out, cruised up, won, no problem at all. Last time it was a mixture. He jumped into the back of one horse and then didn't stay 3 mile 5, but it was 2 out and he was going to be in the top 3, it looked like, and he just suddenly went bang over 3 mile. I think the step back by about 3 furlongs today is ideal, and providing that hasn't taken too much out of him because it wasn't too long ago, I think he could outrun a decent race, Fruits of Molly, you know. But my 1, 2, 3 I'm happy to go with here is Black Lion from Champagne Presence and Fruits of Molly. 3:35 is the cross country, and the best way to, I think, to go on this, the safest way, is to go with the course and distance specialists here. Honourable mention for Sia Kalonge, the Nichols horse. He's a course and distance winner, but he was terrible last time. He got pulled up, and he's proven that he usually needs at least two runs to get back to form. And Paul Nichols has described him in a stable tour recently as a big bull of a horse who takes a lot of training. I think he might just need a little bit more, but he could run well. Uncle Junior goes best fresh. He's won over course and distance. He's not getting any younger, but if he's ever going to run well at this course and distance again, it'll be this 3:35 on Friday, so he's going to be bang there, I think. The interesting 2 is the first 2 over the cross country at the festival, Any Currency and Balthazar King. Balthazar King beat Currency by a nose on the day, but they were off level weights. Any Currency now is actually getting weight off Balthazar King. Balthazar King has since fallen, won in France, and run well there. Any Currency, the worry is he hasn't had a comeback run. He always seems to need his comeback run. Last time it was in the Badger Ale, I think it was last season, at Wincanton. He was right there, kind of blew up, trudged on for 5th, but this call, other than one time, he's never not been in the first 3 at this course and distance in 3 attempts. And while he might need the run, I can see him with the turning it round on Balthazar King if he's fit for this race. I know he usually needs it. Maybe they've kept him back purely because he loves this course and distance. So my 1, 2, 3 is going to be Any Currency from Balthazar King and Uncle Junior. In the 4:05, the last one's a 2.5 mile handicap hurdle. My nap of the day actually goes in this, and it's a horse called Cup Final for Nicky Henderson with Barry Geraghty. His handicap mark is ludicrously low with what they've got planned for him. What I heard on a recent stable tour for the rest of the season, we're talking possible Grade 2, Coral Cup being mentioned. A lot better races than this, so the mark he's on, I think he could be absolutely thrown in. He goes best fresh as well, and they've gone deliberately straight here for this. The vibe I actually got, and from what I've heard off different people, was in July they nominated this race as his first port of call, so this has been the plan for 3 or 4 months, so everything seems in place for a great run from Cup Final. Interesting one as well is the pipe horse Knight of Noir. He's a good horse and he's dropping back in grade. He looked to have the world at his feet on his first couple of starts, and then was quite well fancied for, I think it was the Imperial at Sandown, and he just didn't get home in the bottomless ground, and that was in a Grade 3, so he's down to a Class 3 or 2, whatever it is here. So even though he's got top weights, he's got to be of interest. And an interesting one as well is Cassell's Rock, AJ Martin and Ruby Walsh. Clearly didn't stay 3 miles last time, but the drop back's ideal. He could be potentially thrown in. Martin's a brilliant place over of handicapped horses, so that one's going to be worth a look at the market. And honourable mentions for Monto de Burle, Volcanic and River Deep. They're all unproven in this class. Volcanic could be anything. Pulled up last time, those are disappointments, but they could be anything. I'm going to look at a 1, 2, 3 here though of Cup Final as my nap from Knight of Noir and Cassell's Rock. There we go. As always, interesting to see what you can post, what you guys are doing as well. There's been some really good comments on my 5 to follow that I put up for the season as well, so you know, anything like this, anything you think is going to run well, please post it down the bottom, and I'll see you tomorrow for a video for Paddy Power Day. Thanks for watching, see you guys soon, bye bye.